Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for January 27th through February 2nd. We're going to see what's happening here in the week ahead for you guys with this lovely deck here. And we're going to pull an oracle spirit message from this deck here and see what is going on. Alrighty, my dears. So Monday, Tuesday for Sagittarius, Wednesday, Thursday for Sagittarius, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Sagittarius. There we go. That feels like it's it. Okay. Monday, Tuesday, we have Six of Swords. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Sagittarius, this is about disconnecting from drama. Some of you may be preparing for some kind of trip or a journey. Sometimes Six of Swords can be a getaway, a bit of a vacation. It can also indicate something happening sometimes in terms of a relocation. Okay, and that's been an ongoing theme that's come up for you guys. It was coming up more so, I want to say like in the fall, end of summer, beginning of fall. So maybe some of you are picking that up again, or you're preparing that again in terms of like long-term plans about where you're going to be laying down or setting down some roots. And some of you may be having something happening with just having to disconnect from chaos. It could be just a way of you getting a fresh start to do some kind of clearing or some kind of healing. I feel some of you are doing a significant healing and you're realizing the last piece of the puzzle is to disconnect from certain people and individuals. And so you might be thinking that, okay, the only way this can really happen is if I, move out of this house, or if I stop having contact with certain individuals. So something could be happening where you're at a significant crossroads, but you're at peace with the decision. Like you're realizing that this is what needs to happen. This is going to be in everybody's best and highest good. And you're doing something for peace of mind kind of way, this kind of situation. And this is really interesting, and this is really, really random. So this might be coming up just more for some of you to have some kind of confirmation, but I'm feeling something around like summer camp. I've never ever in the whole time I've been reading tarot, I've never pulled Six of Cards and felt a feeling or a sense of like summer camp. I've never even been to summer camp. I didn't have that kind of childhood, but I feel something might be happening for some of you where you are going somewhere, or maybe you're planning on visiting at some point in the future somewhere where you went to summer camp, or somewhere where you have fond memories of some kind of like little retreat in like the woods, that something like with your adolescence or childhood, something like this. So taking some kind of trip or planning some kind of trip that might also be a part of your healing process. Very random, but usually I find when there's really random things like that, like there's a reason why it's coming up. It resonates for somebody. Like I said, I've never gotten summer camp feeling from Six of Swords ever in the years that I've been reading tarot. Your next card here is Two of Wands for your Wednesday, Thursday. And so midweek, this could have to do with some kind of contract that's being presented to you, or some kind of deal or some kind of agreement. It could be where some of you are preparing to do some kind of move or part ways, or sign some kind of agreement into coming into this next stage. There could be something where there's agreements in place. For some of you, and please, I always say this, and I have to say it again. It's coming up in the general reading, so I'm going to say it in terms of, I feel for some of you, this is some kind of settlement, some kind of contract that's being offered to you around some kind of settlement, and this may resonate, but don't schedule a private reading with me to talk to me about the court case or to ask me about the court case, because I don't do legal kind of readings. Like, I'm not going to read on a court case. I'm not a lawyer. I can't give legal advice, so I just really need to say that. But I do feel for some of you, this is some kind of a legal binding contract that's being presented to you, whether it's a settlement or agreement, whether it's a contract going into some avenue of business. But Two of Wands is saying you need to be cautious here of what is being presented to you, because there's some kind of little caveat or something in the fine print that if you're not cautious, it might get you later. Okay, so if you already have an attorney, maybe you want to take it and get a second opinion and have somebody else take a look at it and analyze it. If you don't have a lawyer, I would highly suggest that you have somebody that's trained to look at the situation, because there could be something in the fine print. If it's not a contract, if it's just a decision you're having to make, think your decision through very, very thoroughly, and maybe play, devil's advocate, so to speak, within the situation, within the scenario, because there could be something that you're missing that could be an issue for you later. Okay, you might be in a situation where you're going into something uneducated. Not that you're uneducated, but you might not know about that realm or that type of situation or that industry, and somebody may be taking advantage of that. If you are being offered a job or a position, and this is in terms of payment, do your research in terms of industry, in terms of what other people are being paid for similar work in that area. There could be something happening that if you're not cautious, you might be, oh, well, this is really great, this is really wonderful, but then you go into it saying, oh, well, I got shortchanged. So educate yourself, prepare yourself before making agreements, before locking something down, before locking something in, so that you're not finding yourself later on saying, man, I wish I would have known that, because I would have asked for more, or I would have made changes to the agreement, or I would have suggested something different. So look before you leap, analyze the situation, get a second opinion, get some help looking at a situation or making a decision. Do your research before you lock yourself down into anything. That's the feeling I'm getting here with this Two of Wands. Some of you are having to make a decision about whether or not you're wanting to go into business with somebody. So again, it's really, really, really look at the different scenarios, play devil's advocate, talk about certain things, add certain things into the agreement. Like, well, if this situation comes up, this is how it's going to be handled. Or if this is what happens, this is what I need to get paid. Or this is how I want to come on in terms of title or ownership or whatever it might be. This is the time to get everything put down now, because I feel like whatever it is, it's not going to be so easy to just go and make changes later. Don't just go into it willy-nilly saying, oh, we'll figure it out. No, you have to really, really plan the details before you go into this. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday Sagittarius is we have Knight of Cups. Now, these are general readings, so the energies are coming in different ways for different ones of you. So this could be for some of you with this Knight of Cups. What is happening is that it could be romantic in terms of somebody wanting to pursue you for a relationship. And it might not be something that is, like super serious, or something that you're taking super seriously. But a lot of the times when Knight of Cups comes up for me in a reading, I read it a little bit differently than other readers. I know some people say, oh, there's a player or whatever, this and that. Knight of Cups in my readings, I see it come up a lot of the times when Spirit is trying to help us learn how to receive. So whether it's happening in terms of a romantic situation, it could be just somebody who's really coming in and putting you on a pedestal, right? Like, you might not be taking them seriously in terms of, oh, I don't think they're in love with me, I don't think they're looking for anything seriously, but they may be really going above and beyond to, come in a really classy way, in a way where they're putting you on a pedestal. They're kind of like wowing you. And so this is a way for you to learn to receive. It could also be a situation that you're going after that's giving you a chance to really feel in your joy, in your creative, experience, to feel really fulfilled, to go after the things that bring your heart joy, that make your heart sing. So something is coming in to elevate your energy, right? We already know with the Six of Swords, you want to get away from drama. You want to have that peace of mind. We already know you have some really big decisions that are coming up ahead of you. And Knight of Cups is about that quest for the things that are bringing you happiness, right? Stop and smell the roses. Enjoy those simple moments, you know. Allow yourself to be in your senses. Those are a lot of the messages that I feel when I see Knight of Cups come up in a reading. For some of you, you could be dealing with a water sign. Those of you who really like to look at the cards with the astrological associations, you know, different readers have different ways of reading the cards. It can be a water sign, but at the same time, you know, it could be their moon, it could be their rising, it could be their Venus, and we don't always know that. And that can end up throwing you off, you know. That's why I don't get too heavy into the astrology or the zodiac associations. But Knight of Cups definitely is about enjoying the moment, enjoying the here and now. Maybe, you know, just allowing yourself to be in that bliss and not take things too seriously. All right, let's go ahead and see what your oracle card is for the week. And I highly recommend, guys, that you watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. And if you would like a private reading, go ahead and click on the Calendly link in the description of the video, and you can schedule a private reading there. Alrighty, my dear. So your card for the week is Purity. Now, so whatever is happening here with this like new start, fresh start, peace of mind, a lot of this, sometimes when I see purity come up, also has to do with like forgiveness of self and having to do with realizing that the past is in the past and you've made the best decisions you can with the tools that you had at the time. I feel for some of you, there's something happening where you're having your chance to wash your hands of something and to start over. And maybe for some of you, this is something that has made you feel unpure in some way. But when this card comes up, it's letting you know that at your source, at your core, at your being, you are a being of purity, right? You are in your innocence. And that actually every single second is a new beginning, right? Because whatever has happened in the past, even if it was 2 minutes ago, now we're in a new moment, right? Now we're in a new energy. So it's like what you're doing with that energy moving forward. I feel that for some of you, something is coming up in the coming week where you are making a lot of changes to your life in terms of detoxing. And it might not be detox simply by way of like, you know, eliminating substances or alcohol. That could be a part of it for some of you, or smoking or things like this. But I feel like it has to do with just stepping away from negativity, you know, cattiness, gossip, backstabbing, like crude behavior, insulting people. You know, maybe this is something that maybe was seen at one point as being edgy or cool or hip or smart, or, you know, just, oh, I just tell it like it is. And now you're just kind of realizing that that whole dynamic has been bringing a lot of mudslinging in your direction, and you don't want to have it anymore, so you're disconnecting from it. So I'm hearing the word wholesome. Maybe some of you are seeking for more wholesome entertainment or wholesome connections, and I don't mean like, you know, 1950s, like, you know, Leave It to Beaver or gee gosh or gee, you know, like that kind of stuff. But you're looking for pureness of heart. Like you're connecting with your own pureness of heart, and you're wanting to be around people who are pure of heart. You're tired of like that cattiness, backstabbing, backbiting kind of energy. And there was really interesting stuff that came up in last week's reading about like being held accountable for like something done unethically. So maybe for some of you that did resonate. And so maybe some of you, you're kind of washing your hands of that, and, you know, starting over with a clean slate in terms of like within yourself, of just things that you feel like, you know what, moving forward, I'm gonna have a different approach. But I do feel there's just this sense of like just cleansing yourself of negativity, like cleansing yourself of negativity, cleansing yourself of judging others, you know, cleansing yourself of people who are judgmental or who behave in that kind of way that we were talking about, the cattiness and the backstabbing, and just having something smart to say, and just really wanting to just connect in a whole, you know, higher vibrational kind of way. I feel like your whole life is about to get a makeover in terms of the people you hang out with, the things that you talk about, the way that you live your life. You don't want the old ways anymore. You don't want the old ways anymore. It's a whole new beginning. It's a whole new you. Some of you may even be coming into a period of abstinence. That you feel you're taking it just as a time to clear your energy, to reconnect, to hit the reset button, where you're wanting to just, you know, take back your energy. So there may be like an abstinence from physical intimacy or physical contact, even for some of you. It is a general reading. You guys are going to be feeling the energies in different ways. I highly recommend watching your moon sign and rising sign. And like I said, if you like a private reading, you can click on the Callie link and schedule one there. If you want more love and romance, you can watch the love readings in the description of the video. If you want more channeled angel messages, those are available as well. The February love and angel messages will be up soon. And if you like the weekly videos, but you would like to have a little bit more in terms of, like daily messages, every single day I post a card of the day on social media, and I do a fun little pick a card game, so some people have been liking that. So please feel free to like and follow Amethyst Angellight on Instagram and Facebook. I'd appreciate your support there. I really would. And I thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Wishing you a fabulous week, my darlings. Take care.